Hi, Michael. This is Jewel on behalf of Team GemAI. This is basically going to be a entire walkthrough of the demo, starting from the sign up login page all the way down to all of GemAI's core features. So just so that you're given full context as to all of the extra features that come with the app that we weren't able to show during the presentation. So as you can see, we can hit on get started. This is basically the onboarding screen with a key visual. Clicking on get started takes you to the login or sign up page. We're gonna click on sign up in this case. Click ahead and sign up again. It takes you to the verification page for the OTP. Hit verify and it takes you to some of the key tips that one needs to know before signing up. So it's just as a run through of what to expect. Keep tapping next and you would be taken to the screen where you would have to consent whether or not you would like GemAI to use your location. That's certainly up to you. In this case, we're going to hit allow and you'll be redirected to the home page. This is the GemAI homepage, which has all of the key features such as the smart search, followed by segregations with the help of location tags, along with easy access to collections. We also did this micro animation where if you scroll down, similar to Instagram, the the entire top navigation bar gets consolidated into just a search bar, just so that there's more real estate on screen when you're scrolling. So coming to everything else the homepage has to offer, you would be able to track down bestsellers near you, along with recommended places based on your behavior or like the user pattern that our AI will be able to pick up on, and other recommended spots that are easily accessible as well. And for example, if we were to, let's go back to the homepage, bring that tab up, clicking on search will basically, okay, we're going to use the tags for example. So if you click on, say, hashtag foodie in this case, you'll get all of the top results under the foodie hashtag. These could be bestsellers, collections, people that have chosen to make public, and restaurants that serve items that are relevant to this particular hashtag category. We're repeating the same process for all of the other hashtags as well. For example, there's another one called cafes. Get to filter out cafes that are relevant within your area, well rated according to your tastes, completely tailor made to the user. And this third example for Asian cafes and restaurants, and there's Indian restaurants too. So same concept, same format, but we've translated that across multiple different examples. Clicking on, for example, if you scroll down a little bit and clicking on the search bar, this is the smart search, which will basically allow you to navigate across multiple features within the app. So instead of restricting the search function to just looking up a specific location, the search bar will also give you the option to navigate directly to one of your own personal collections. In this case, we're going to use the example of collection 3, and clicking on it directly takes you to collection 3, and this is the user's collection that they have titled as collection 3 for the sake of this example. And let's try that again. Go to search and let's take the example of searching up hashtag cafes, and it will take you, sorry, okay, we didn't program it that way. Hashtag cafes, I don't think this works here. So we're gonna have to go back to the home page because we've programmed it from the explore page, which is a separate function. Now this is the collections page. Now here's where the user will be able to basically make or organize all of their preferred locations, restaurants, or according to the context of our app, gems, into specific folders that they can title themselves. As you can see, these are multiple collections that the user has made so far, and along with collaborations. Collaborations are basically shared folders that one can pair up and make with their friends that they choose to connect on the platform. Think of it as a community for like-minded individuals to stay connected and have their own shared interests in one accessible folder, or collaboration in this context. So we can also simulate the function of creating a new collection. That's clicking on the create new collection button. You can, given the example of Korean food, we can sort by category, meaning we get to choose how we would want various gems within this collection to be sorted by. Say, for example, aesthetics, and we also have the option to make a collection private or public. That's entirely up to the user. Click on create new collection and a collection has been created. Similarly, we could do this for collaborations as well. Clicking on create new collaboration will allow you to choose categories. For example, let's filter by price in this case. And because we're doing a collaboration, meaning we'll have to do it with another user or friends in this case. Let's pick Todd Phillips. Okay. And assuming Todd Phillips is someone that this particular user is connected to on GemAI as a friend. So once they hit new collaboration, you'll get a confirmation message saying that the collaboration has been created and the request, in this case to Todd, has been sent. Go back to the collections page. So here, this is one of the core features. And we also designed this overlay that allows the user to navigate directly to the help or FAQ page, or even giving them the ability to sign out. For example, if you click on help, it goes to the help page, which is also embedded in the profile page, by the way, which we will get to later. The help page basically gives the user to save and organize files, or it's this whole written run through of how the users can use the app. Think of it like a written tutorial. So all of the instructions, tools, and support that they might need would be here within the help page. And let's go back to, there's also the ability to navigate directly to the FAQ page as well. And the FAQ page is basically frequently asked questions about what GemAI is, what we have to offer, how does it work, what platforms do we work with, the is it similar to Google Maps, will our data be private, addressing all of the necessary concerns that one would have when they would be getting exposed to an app like this for the very first time. Now, this is the profile page where users can basically see anything and everything related to their activity. These would be some of their details, such as name, email, phone number, a little bio, or an address if they choose to have it displayed, details regarding the number of friends that they've connected with, or total number of gems that they've saved. Along with that, you can also see what they've previously ordered. This is just a sample, so we've duplicated it across this entire screen. Then there's pending reviews. If there are any reviews that one chooses to leave for a certain destination that they've either liked or disliked, they can do that. And these are also other access points or pathways to the FAQ and help page. Coming to the explore page. Now, the explore page, think of it like the community forum for GemAI, where the user can basically come across like-minded individuals who, in this case, have chosen to have all of their collections and collaborations public, or even bestsellers that they've decided to publicly rate, which is also relevant to the user's habit or preferences according to GemAI's algorithm detection. And you can also see collections by popular users, or popular collections by users or even like bestsellers in their area, popular collaborations, and other recommended destinations well suited to the user. For example, we can also view other users' profiles in this case. For example, let's click on this person here who has chosen to make one of their ratings public. This is someone named Tonya Jackson, someone that the user hasn't connected with. So you can basically view other foodies profiles and you can kind of see all of the collections that they have made. And again, all of these collections are only visible to the user because this particular user has chosen to make them public. And you can also see some of the collaborations that they've done with others as well. Now, you can also send friend requests. So hitting on add friend basically sends a friend request to that person so that they can get connected. And yeah, the FAQs overlay menu is basically accessible across all of the screens regardless of where you are within the user experience. You get to directly access the help and FAQ page as a necessity. And I think there is also the search map. So if you come to the home page and scroll all the way down, this is the smart map where you have all of these markers that are basically visual representations of all of the destinations that are preferred by the user. Either these are locations that the user has previously visited, or these are recommended based on the user's preferences. So clicking on one of them will basically further expand their details. For example, this is a restaurant for Sushi Masaki, 5-star rating. This is a preview, so clicking on it further will take you to that specific location's details. You can see all kinds of details regarding the place, such as the name, the amount of time it would take to get there. This is just a placeholder bio. So here would basically be a description for the restaurant. There would also be various hashtags that the nature of this restaurant will be categorized under. You can also reach out to them through phone or email. You can see bestsellers that are on their menu and other related gems that are within this specific location's vicinity. And if you, I don't think I showed the collaborations. So clicking on one of the collaborations, mind you, will show you an example of what that specific collaboration space would look like. So our faves is basically a placeholder title, assuming that this is the name that is given to the collaboration. And this is, for example, you can also title the collaboration's description. So here we've decided to name it as a collaboration between Theo Vonet, which is the user that is using this specific demo, and Jane Smith, assuming that's one of our friends on the platform, whose profile we will also eventually get to. Summing up their favorite gems in one place. And as you can see, within certain collections, you can see all of the restaurants that they've saved. And since we're doing a collaboration, each gem that is saved will also be supported by a specific description as to who added said gem to the collaboration. And the same sort of layout is there for the collections as well, except there's no added description as to who's worked or who has added a specific gem to the collection. And here's also a simulation for how a user would be able to directly save a certain food spot that they might like as they come across on Instagram. So here's us simulating the doom scrolling process. And for example, there is a say this specific meal that a person is making is part of a restaurant that caught your eye. You can actually hit save, Tapping on the share button will give you further um, prompts to save directly to GemAI. So as you can see at the bottom right, there is the GemAI icon. Clicking on that will open up GemAI separately, assuming that you were on Instagram first. And clicking on the Instagram back arrow will take you back to Instagram too. But say you would want to save this specific restaurant to GemAI, it will prompt you to save it to a specific collection by asking which collection do you want to save this gem to. So assuming that we would want to save it to collection 1, you will have a check mark identifying that you have selected the specific collection. Click on save collection and you will get a confirmation message stating that the specific gem has been saved to the collection. And now you could either go back to Instagram and continue your casual scrolling process, or you can directly continue using GemAI, since this has already opened up as a separate app. And again, the smart search bar, which was on the home page, is also accessible on the explore page, giving you the ability to navigate directly to your collections, and also other restaurants that are categorized by hashtags or the specific restaurant's name directly. For example, there's restaurant 20 Victoria. Click on that and it'll take you there. It'll give you all of the details you need to know about the place, as we've covered previously. Or for example, there's Sushi Masaki Saito, which is also another Japanese restaurant that we have used as an example. There is also, we can also view details of their bestseller. I don't think I mentioned this earlier. It's like, for example, if you were to click on medium steak, it will take you to a new page which has all of the details regarding that specific meal. It will give you details such as the price, how well rated it is, how long it usually takes to prepare it according to user ratings, and you can also favorite it as well. And just like the restaurants, you can also have this specific meal filtered by hashtags. And we have also done the same for other examples as well. Like for example, if you go to Abu Rihana, they have a different set of bestsellers. Like for example, there's the appetizer mix. The appetizer mix too has its own set of details, and we have also simulated the same for, I think, these are 3 examples actually: 20 Victoria, Abu Rihana, and Sushi Masaki. So there's that, and I think we have covered most of the main features actually. All of these are directly accessible within themselves. And just to give you some context as to how all of these screens were made, we had actually done these in Figma. So if you can see a lot of these repetitive arrows that are there, these are basically simulating paths that would redirect from one page to another. So there are multiple touch points one could come across in order to get from one page to another, and a huge component that helps in facilitating that is the bottom navigation bar that helps you switch between 4 of the key pages. And yeah, this is just some context or like behind the scenes for you to see the amount of work that's been put in to make this prototype work. I know it's a little confusing. I think I can get it out of the arrows. So yeah, these are all of the screens for GemAI. This is specifically within the high fidelity wireframes. So this is the latest stage of our user interface design. Oh, another thing that I forgot to cover was you can also view like a specific friends details. So you can also see the kind of gems they have saved. Again, this is if they choose to make it public. You can see their friend list as well, so that in case you want to connect with mutuals. And you can also see spots or gems that they have visited. That's if they choose to make a list for the same. So again, we are really trying to dabble between, or not dabble between, actually this is more so a full-blown evolution from GemAI being just a personal organizational tool to a full-blown social discovery app, and actually getting together a whole community of like-minded foodies, and just having the process seem much more authentic, because you're basically uh, a part of your tastes that are being formulated on the app are also a result of good word of mouth, right? And that is ultimately what we chose to evolve to, at least within the final stages of the confines of this course. This is how far we were able to get Gem AI from what it was at the start, which was literally this is all there was as low fidelity wireframes. And stage two, you were able to see the mid fidelity wireframes, and eventually transitioning into almost what we would like to call a fully working prototype with multiple touch points, fully prototype, and interactive. So I hope this gives like a full blown context as to the amount of work that's been put in to make this prototype happen. And yeah, I think that's that's that should be it. And apologies again. I know this was a long video, but we put in all this just so that you can get full context. So thank you so much